Today we're going to review the Bayang X16. This is a brushless motor quadcopter. I want to give you some history about this. Bayang made an X15 model that looked exactly like this, but only had brushed motors, which are not as good as the brushless motors because the brushless motors are a lot more powerful and fast. Now, I bought what I thought was the X16 on a site called AliExpress, and they showed pictures with the brushless motors, but apparently it was an X15. So I got a partial refund, and I just ordered this because I really wanted it. I saw it a lot on Frequent Flyer on YouTube, and he made a couple videos about this. He was really impressed. So, you know, I've been flying quadcopters for a while, so I wanted to get one. Now, as you can see, this is not the stock X16. I have added these DJI Phantom props for Phantom 1 or 2, and these are self-locking props. Now I'll talk a little bit about that. The props that come with this have prop nuts on them, and if you get this, you got to be very careful to screw the prop nuts for the stock props on as tight as possible, because a lot of people have been having problems where the props nuts just fly off, and then you have to wait and get new ones, and then, you know, as you can see, there's a little bit of damage where these plastic parts popped off. So I recommend getting these. Unfortunately, I noticed that it does touch a little bit when you do heavy turns, as you can see right here, the black. So I only see that though for the back props. The front ones work fine, but these give it a lot more lift. And, you know, honestly, it doesn't really need any more lift because these motors are so powerful. So this is, you know, brushless motors, and I like this. It's sort of like DJI Phantom in size, and I really like the Bayang X8C, how it looked and such, but it didn't really give a lot of yaw, and, you know, this is yaw rate reviews, so, you know, that's very important to me, because, you know, yaw will indicate how good it is, you know, when you're going in a certain line, how fast it'll turn around and come back. So anyway, and this does not have altitude hold, and it does not have GPS. I know having this little antenna fake thing looks like a GPS, but it is actually just a piece of plastic and doesn't really do anything. So I'm going to be controlling it today with a deviated Devo 7E. I really recommend getting this for if you're going to have a bunch of quads. This can control many different Chinese market quads, and you can tune it too. You can go and mix into the mixer and change the rates, and, you know, give it a lot more speed and how fast it'll yaw, how fast it'll turn around. So I really recommend getting a Devo 7E. And, you know, try and find someone online who will modify it and put the module in that will control everything, because you got to have that. But anyway, let's take it on a flight. Got to make sure it's a tight connection. Put it all in here. Turn it on. Now, I recommend when you first start out to put it on a flat surface, as, you know, as level as it can be, because you got to kind of calibrate the gyros pretty much before every flight. So how you do that, even with the stock transmitter, you just go like this, and you'll see, I don't know if you can see that in the sunlight, but that calibrates the gyro, because it seems to drift a little bit when you don't do that. So how you turn it on, how it is now, you take the transmitter and hold it down, both sticks. So let's take it on a flight. See, it does drift a little bit because it's not totally level out here, but let's bring it in a little closer. You can just hear the power. It does wobble a little bit, but that doesn't really affect the flight performance. But I usually take it on little circuits. That's how I do it for all quads. You know, it picks up speed. See, like that will make it probably touch because of the rapid turnaround. And this is a heavy quadcopter. It definitely needs FAA registration to fly here in the US. You could hear it just hit right there. So you got to be careful if you're going to get these DJI Phantom props. Hopefully that's coming out on video all right. I do want to show something here. Something that Frequent Flyer did. But the punch out, how fast this elevates. So I'll get a little closer to the ground. It's just incredible how powerful these motors are. Now this is definitely not, and I repeat, not a quadcopter for beginners. So you can hear it touching a little bit, the props. This is not a quadcopter for beginners. This is for people that have been flying quadcopters for a while. They are good at the controls. And you've got to know what you're doing with this one, because this is a heavy quadcopter and it's powerful and it's fast. So you don't want to fly it around other people or buildings. It's just not a good idea. But it is a really great quadcopter to fly. A lot of fun. You know, if you're in between flying toy quadcopters and you know, racing type RC copters, this is kind of the in-between, and it's good. I got it for around $100. I wanted to demonstrate the funnels with this on a deviated Devo 7E, so I'll do that. Whoa. Alright. It does not want to play right now, so I'm a little scared to do those tight funnels with this. But yeah, this is a really great quadcopter to fly. Just look at how fast that thing just turns around. I mean, this is what the Bayang X16 wants to be. And it has enough lift to lift a nice camera. That is not why I bought it. I wanted, just for what I saw on Frequent Flyer, with how good a quadcopter it is. Look how fast that thing is. So I'll bring it a little closer here. Yeah, it's touching a little bit. I'll do one more punch-out test. That wasn't a good one. I need to do it again. There we go. And that's not totally punching it all the way out, right to the metal. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably land it right now. You gotta take it easy when landing. I'll turn it off. Now you want to be careful when going near these props, and I would turn off your transmitter before doing that, because it seems to, you know, they're very powerful motors, and if this turns on while your fingers are there, you're going to get some cuts or even worse. So anyway, that's the review. The Bayang Toys X16, great quadcopter for, you know, more experienced quadcopter pilots, and I definitely recommend it. And have a good day. Thank you. Bye.